everybody, this is Travis. Now, I'm going to be putting this video up on both my channels, on Razor Garage and on Your Home Workshop, and I only want to edit this one time, and I'll just put one edit up on both channels. So I'm just going to say, hello everybody, this is Travis. And whatever channel you're on, that's where you're watching it at. Now, today, I'm going to be fabricating a box for up here that my snorkels can all go into. Because when I made these snorkels, you know, I was never really completely happy with this design with the PVC at the top. You know, it just didn't, you know, it works. It keeps the water out of the air and it keeps the water out of the belt. But I was never really happy with the look of it. It looks, well, it just doesn't look completely custom. So I'm going to build a custom box to put up here in the center of the roof. And then all three of these snorkels are going to be routed up into that box and they'll all exit through there. Here's what I come up with. Now you're thinking, that don't look like a box. It looks like a, I don't know what. There's 4 pieces here. And then they're taped together so I could mock it up. And when you put them together, you get a box that fits up there in that roof. Up there between, in that cutout, or not cutout, but in the back of that roof, that fits in there. And what I'm going to do is, I haven't figured my hole locations out, but centered in here, I'm going to have 3 holes facing the back, 3 holes in the bottom, and in the center here we're going to put some PVC fittings on the inside. And then them snorkels will attach to the bottom and they'll dump out the back. I'm going to cut these back apart and then lay them out on my metal and then cut them. Well, I've done quite a bit of work off camera since the explanation in the opening and showing of the templates. I used the templates and I cut all my pieces. This is the bottom of the box where the 3 snorkels are going to come up in. This will be the front of the box where they will exit. Now I'm going to start welding. Weld these all together. Pull the camera back a little bit so you can see that whole weld. When you got it zoomed in really close, they don't sometimes they don't look as good as they actually look when you got it zoomed in really close, but that looks pretty good. And now, like I said, I ought to be able to just fusion weld most of that without any filler. But I'll keep it handy, just in case. That's a nice tight fit there. Now I just leave the welding lens on because you can still see. But what I got here, I got a gas lens, a number 8 Fjord cup, 332nd tungsten. Now I got these from Welding Tips and Tricks over at his Weldmonger store. If you don't watch Welding Tips and Tricks, you should. He has a good, real good channel, good show, and he has some quality stuff for sale. Now we'll get back to welding here. Well, as you can see here, I have my box made and I have my pipes in there. They're not glued, but they're in there to hold everything in line, and I miscalculated and I missed on my layout, and I had to accommodate for that in my design. I had to change it a little bit, but it's still going to look the same and act the same. Now I'm just welding together here. I misjudged from the U-shape of the PVC. The U-shape of the PVC is what threw me off, and I only measured my box to be 5.5, because that's like 5.5 inches square, and not thinking that when you drill holes and you have pipes in them to put it in the center, you got to have a bigger box. Now I have cut pieces to cap these ends. Now I already got it laid out here on my sheet metal, but if I remember how I did it, I just took and I put my piece on there with one edge on the edge of the sheet metal. Take my marker and just draw a line around it. So I'm going to cut them out. Well, now that my box is all welded together, got the ends on everything, my PVC pipes are all glued in, which I put in from the ends before I welded these ends on. I did drill 4 tiny little vent holes in the bottom of this so I could weld that up without it popping. I took some 1.5 inch angle stock and I made some little brackets like this. Got my first one clamped on. Now I'll weld this one on here. That'll put this right under the top of this, under the back of the roof, and we're going to attach it with some 1 3/4 exhaust clamps onto the frame. And now I'm going to weld these in. I'm going to tack them and weld them in. Well, as you can see, I painted it all, and I made some little turn downs. I modified some PVC fittings so they don't particularly look like PVC fittings. And now I gotta reroute my snorkel pipes up into that. Now my snorkels that I made, these are flexible exhaust pipe, flexible 2.5 inch exhaust pipe, and I put heat shrink over them. Now I just got to bend these and maybe extend them. I don't have enough heat shrink to make all new pipes, or I would just make all new pipes. So I'm just going to have to make an extension however much I need, and bend it and twist it to get them up in there. Well, as you can see here, I made 2 of my original pipes that I made fit, and I'm making one new one because there's no way I couldn't re-bend the other one to make it fit. And I wanted to show you how I did it. So we got the flexible 2.5 inch flexible exhaust pipe, and I got it down in my Fernco fitting where it comes up through the behind the seat where it's going to be. And I just bent it as far as it would bend. And I got a little bend here because I already had it where I wanted, and I figured I'd turn the camera on. So you take it and you bend it. Get it right about, ooh, that's too far. That's pretty good. Okay, that's gonna go line right up. So I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut that right there where my thumb is. Now I have trimmed it to length. And get it back down in here. And that goes right in the center of that. I've got my heat shrink tubing. It comes flat and it's folded up. It's a real pain to get unfolded, especially when it's cold, but you don't want to heat it up because it will shrink, as the name implies. And so we're going to take this and there's a lot of bends in this one. This one ain't going to be easy. Twisting it while I'm pushing it. I took some of my bend out. As long as it stays close, I can bend it as I need to. You know, I'm going to do this one in 2 pieces. I'm just going to put another piece over from this end because that's getting pretty out there. Now, and after you get your pipe re-bent, what you need it, you take a Fernco. This is a 2 to 3 or a 3 to 2 Fernco fitting, and you heat this up so you can stretch it over that. I mean, you can do it without heating it, but this makes it a little bit easier. Now, this doesn't always work the first try. I'm going to try to make it work the first try because I got the camera on. Yeah, see? And I got the outside of this all lubed up with WD. So that slips, and then we're going to put it on, slide this up on and tighten it. This one, this is for the air cleaner. This is for the engine. It don't matter if you get a little bit of stuff in that one. There's an air filter and stuff. But the other two for the belt, you don't want to get any WD running down in there, because then it'll get on your belt and it'll burn your belt. Things don't always go well. And there's no shame in it. Just the way it is. Yeah, there's a lot of grunting and groaning going on here, I'll tell you. I'm just tightening the hose clamp, getting the hose clamp back on here. Now, offhand, I don't remember what any of this costs. I got this 3-inch heat shrink on Amazon. Amazon don't sell it, but it was on their marketplace or whatever you call it. Somebody else sells it, and then Amazon takes care of the whatnots. I got this probably 2 years ago, something like that. There, that's done. What do you say, Blue Monkey? Yeah! That's that. There's one custom snorkel riser cap box, something. Custom top for my snorkels. I painted it, as you see, a similar color to what the RZR is. I think it looks pretty close enough for me. And when it gets muddy, it'll be really close. It'll all be mud. So, you know, if you're watching on your home workshop, you know, you might not be into riding or side-by-sides or RZRs or any of that, but yeah, apparently you like watching people build stuff or learning something new. If you're watching on RZR Garage, maybe this gives you an idea how to build your snorkels. I figured this all out for myself because I didn't like the way the snorkel kits were made, the way the exhaust for the CVT comes out through the center of the cockpit, where you have to get in to change your oil filter. Didn't like that. This is real close to the exhaust header, so I figured out my own way to do it where I'm not anywhere close to the exhaust header. Well, no matter which channel you're on, I appreciate all the subscribers. I appreciate the views. I appreciate you watching, tuning in, turn it on, turn it up, and turn it loose, and whatever else you're doing. I appreciate it, and I thank you. And I ask you to please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, like, share, all that happy stuff. And I am so out. And I won't see you later, but you will see me. and I'll see you out on the trail. Later.